Hello, sir.
Hello, Suhas.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Can I
Okay.
share my screen?
Warm welcome, guys. This is Nachiket, and along with me, Suhas is also present. So he will be taking care of full program today and tomorrow, and even further. Those who are going to join, of course, later part. Okay. So over to you, Suhas. You can control. I will be just going live on Facebook.
So, yeah. So welcome Abhijit, Sushma, Shiva, Manjunath. Yes, Nivas. Yes, we had a conversation with you, Nivas. Yes, Rajesh. Yes, welcome all. Yes, you can use chat box to reply. Okay. Yes, we'll wait for 5 minutes. Okay. So some people are joining right now. Sir, can you give me the access control for sharing screen? Nachiket, sir.
Yes, I'm giving you the control. Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah. Yes, guys, is it visible to all of you? Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes, participants are joining. Okay, so by that time we will have some conversation. Yes, welcome all of you. Yes, welcome Chaitanya. Yes, guys, are you aware about Hypermesh? All of you? Yes, please.
Yes.
Please use chat box.
Yes.
Okay, don't use these options, because what will happen? All will say yes, yes, yes. Then noise will be happen. Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, Shiva. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, 14 participants joined right now. Okay. Yes, Chaitanya, Abhijit, I got your reference. Yes. Rajesh is not aware. Okay. Thank you, Rajesh. So we will discuss today about Hypermesh. Okay. Not about Hypermesh itself. We will discuss about the whole portion about the CAE. What is CAE and how it goes on likewise. Okay. And what industry wants, how to crack the interviews, what are the benefits of CAE. That's it. Okay. So why we are using CAE in this region, we will see in this session. Okay. So all are from, have you can you please put in a mail ID, otherwise anything here? Yes, welcome all of you. Shall we start now? Am I audible to all of you? Please.
Yes, Suhas, you can start in 2 minutes. I got few messages that they are joining in and they are having some trouble. So
Okay.
just wait for 2 minutes and then you can start.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. So yes, 18 participants joined right now. So we will wait for 5 minutes and then we'll proceed further. Okay. Yes, welcome participants. Welcome all of you. Welcome Rajesh, Rucha, Sachin. Yes, Imran also joined here. So guys, we'll start. Okay. So let's start with some background on history of Hypermesh. Yes. So do you know any pre-processing, any CI softwares? Please put here yes in dialog box. Okay. Yes, Shiva. Okay. So do you know which are the preprocessor softwares? Yes. Shiva says ANSYS Abacus. Yes. ANSA is a preprocessor, right? Shiva says Hypermesh is also preprocessor, right? Perfect answers. Okay. What are the solvers? Okay. What are the solvers we are using day to day in our automotive industry, in home appliances industries? Yes. Mayur says LS Dyna, then Abacus, right? Abacus. Yes. Yes. Thank you. ANSYS also. ANSYS is a so for post processing, yes, Mayur says Nastran also, right? So for post processing, where any softwares we are using, do you know? For post processing, yes, MetaPost, perfect answers. Hyperview, yes. Okay. So let's guys, today we will discuss about how ANSA, Hypermesh, then MetaPost, LS Prepost, then Primer. What are the roles of these softwares first, and then we will move towards the why we are using the Hypermesh, right? Why we are here to learn Hypermesh. Yeah. So we'll start over here first. So today we will learn about. So warm welcome to all of you first. Yes, guys. Hi. Am I visible to all of you and audible to all of you? Please say yes. Yeah. And please ready with pen and paper. Yes, because this is the most important, because if you want to something write down, then you have to be with pen and paper. Yes, please write pp if you are with pen and paper. If not, then you have to take it and then join the session, right? Yes, Mayur says pp. Yeah. Rest. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Jishan also. Yes, Jishan, right? Yes, we had a discussion with you also regarding this. Yes, Rajesh. Okay, thanks to all of you. And now we will start Hypermesh training as a CA preprocessor. Okay, it's not a training actually. It's a what is the CA preprocessor does. Okay, right. In this, we will go with the first slide. That what is Hypermesh? Yes, what is Hypermesh? So Hypermesh is the high performance finite element pre and post processor. Okay, pre and post processor for major finite element solvers. Okay, whatever the solvers we are using in the industry, LS-DYNA, PAM-Crash, these all solvers, Abacus also. So for all solvers, we are using Hypermesh as a preprocessor, right? So this is a preprocessor which allows engineer to analyze design condition in highly interactive and visual environment. The visual environment of Hypermesh is pretty much good and user understandable. Okay, the GUI of Hypermesh, graphical user interface of Hypermesh, is very much good enough, okay, to understand, right? So why we are going for this Hypermesh and all these things? Anyone can give me the answer why we are using these tools? Yes, please. Why we are using these tools? Yes, Sushma says discretize, right? Perfect answer. Mayur says ease of modeling, right? So discretization, modeling, these are the different parts, and that those two different parts we can do in Hypermesh itself, right? Next, any answer from your side, guys? Right? So CAE, why we are using CAE? The first basic thing why we are using CAE, to optimize the design, right? To optimize the loop. See, CAD engineer gives us the design, whatever the CAD. Okay, then we are going to test in a virtual way. Okay, we are not going to make a prototype of that model. We are going to make the virtual test over here and then build up that model and test it later on. Okay, so right, yes, Alim, yes, I think it's a Mullah. Okay, he says that save cost of prototyping. Perfect answer from him. Yeah. So this is the optimization loop. See, design, CAD design. We take the CAD design, then we go for the virtual testing by using CAE tools. Then build up the model and test it. Right. If it fails over here, then we'll go to change and we'll continuously here rebuild the model, right, in virtually, and after that we will build the model. That's the best thing in CAE, right? So next, any problem, any engineering problem, we can solve by using three methods only. See, analytical method, numerical method, and experimental method, right? Do you know all these methods? Yes, say yes in chat box if you know analytical method, numerical method, and experimental method. I think whoever is joined over here must know these all things. Okay, analytical method. What is the analytical method? There are some formula, right? And this is a 100% accurate method. If you are going to calculate a stress for cantilever beam, then there is a formula, right? So you can directly put a formula and then got the answer. So this result is a 100% accurate, right? Then it's a closed form of solution because we will get the 100% perfect solution, right? But it's a classical method. So whatever the basic application or basic what to say, basic things are there, basic calculations are there, we can go with the analytical method, right? Understood everybody? Yes. So next thing is a numerical method. What is numerical method? You learn in what to say, is a 12th and first year, second year of engineering also. Okay, Runge-Kutta method, Taylor series, okay, bisections method. These all are the numerical methods. Okay, so integration of some parts, matrix solving, these all things done by the software. Which software? These softwares are the solvers, right? These all softwares are called solvers. So what solver does? So solution of matrices done by the solvers, right? And experimental method, you know all these things. You have to prepare a model. If I want to analyze this table, so I have to prepare this table first, and I can go into the experimental method, right? It's the actual measurement. Understood everybody? Yes. Please type yes in chat box if you understood anything. Yes. So these are the simple problem. Then here real life complicated problem we can solve by using numerical methods, right? And experimental method applicable only if physical prototype is available. Okay, if physical prototype is available, then we can go for the experimental method. Say that if there is a big ship and we have to go for the any analysis of, or we are going for any bus crash, then we can go for the prototype building also. Okay, but it after CAE modeling. Understood? Okay, so next thing, these we learn about these numerical methods, right? So see here, analytical method, we know there is a perfect formula and 100% accurate method. Numerical methods are the software oriented and we have to solve the matrices. But we can solve the matrices of 2 by 2, 4 by 4. But 100 by 100 matrices is not possible to solve anyway. So for that purpose, we have a solvers, right? So for this, mathematical representations are built up over there in the solver's background, and we can solve the problem over here. So for this, we have a, see here, any engineering problem we are solving by using software by three processes. Okay, it must have to go by three processes, right? First one is pre-processor, second one processor, it means processing or solution, that means solver, and third one is a post-processing. Understood everybody? Yes, please say understood. You can say you. Okay, got it? Preprocessor, processor, and post-processor. These are the 3 points we have to understand here. So what pre-processing does, it consumes time out of 3, right? The most of the time we will consume in this pre-processing task, right? So meshing of plastic part. If you are if you have well known about the plastic meshing, then 3D meshing, then hexa meshing, then most of the time consuming part is a preprocessor, right? Okay, agree with me? Are you agree with me? Say agree if you are using hypermesh or any software, ANSA and all these things. Are you agree with me? Preprocessor consumes lot of time among the 3. Yes, Shiva says yes. Yes, right. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, so processor means it's a solver. Okay, just click on the solve and it's the software to run and do the job, right? The interface will not take any GUI over here. Then next is a post processing, reviewing of the model and interpretation. Whatever we are seeing the analysis part. Okay, stresses, strain. So we are going to the this task. Yes, Sushma says depending upon task, right? This is also perfect, because we are, if you are going for the simple part, then it's a preprocessor task will be less. But if you are considering for subsystem level, full vehicle level analysis, then in that case, preprocessing task is much more, right? So next thing, sorry, yes, next thing is a design optimization cycle, right? Do you know any design optimization? What it may be? Yes. Anyone answer me, please? What is design optimization? Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Please answer me. Design optimization. In one sentence or one word. What to say? Yes, Nikhil. Yes. Rajesh, Rucha, Shiva, Vaibhav. Anybody? So let's see. This is a best possible design, right? Perfect answer from Mullah. Yes, right. Best possible design is called as design optimization. Okay, Sushma says upon getting result of analysis, redesign to the avoid damage, right? Okay, perfect. So whatever the input CAD, see here, one input CAD I have taken, and I want to apply 200 kg load. I want to check this tool or check this table for 200 kg load, and here we are, what we are doing here, fixing the by using boundary conditions. Okay, what is the boundary condition for this? These are the fixing. So 6 degrees of freedom, right? If you are, you know that degree of freedom. So 6 degrees of freedom, we have constraint over here, and we are applying load from this direction, vertical direction, right, towards ground. So 200 kg load, is it sustainable or not? We can see in post processing. This is a result output. For input CAD to result output, the boundary condition we have to apply in CAE, right? Computer aided engineering, right? Got it? So whatever the result over here, according to this, we can change our design. We can change thickness optimization. We can go for the we can go for the ribs optimization, then material optimization. These all are the changes we can suggest to the CAD engineer, right? Perfect. So next thing, design philosophy. Nowadays, there is a design philosophy, use and through. Yes. So सस्ते चीजें ले लो और फेंक दो, right? Perfect. Okay, use and through. This is the, so how use and through works. Earlier days, design philosophy used to be designed for infinite life. Perfect. So अभी रेलवे आपने देखा है बराबर. रेलवे में कौन सा भी पार्ट छोटा दिखता है, थिकनेस कम दिखता है क्या? नहीं. So whatever the thicknesses in the Indian railways we are using, that much more and infinite life. Okay, perfect. So in cars we are using 0.8 mm, 0.6 mm sheet metal, right? Or 1 mm, 2 mm sheet metal plates, right? So in railways, whatever we are using the designs, these all are over designed. Okay, का over design असतात कोणी सांगेल? Yes, anybody can answer me? Why railways designs are overloaded? Yes, please. Any answer from your side? I want answer from your side. Yes. फक्त ऐकायचं नाहीये, आपल्याला इंटरॅक्टिव्ह सेशन घ्यायचं आहे, राईट? सचिन, यस, यू आन्सर. अभिजित, जिशान, more FOS, okay. Shiva says life, okay. Yes, Manish, Parshuram, yes, Nivas, Nikhil, Manjunath. Quality and service. Imran says quality and service, okay. Devendra says safe design, durability, maximum cycle of life, okay. Chaudhary says, okay. So what is this? These all you have said durability and all these things, because in wherever we are going with the optimum design in four-wheeler vehicle, right? These all are the optimized, right? But in case of railways, we have this safe design, okay. So consideration of safe design and durability, we are using such type of designs, right? Understood? Next, now we will move towards the hypermesh, okay. This all about the CAE, right? So in CAE we learn about we have three types of softwares. One are using for the pre-processing, another using for the solvers, then next for the post-processing. So what is the use of and what is the benefit of hypermesh? Yes, these all the whatever you are seeing on the screen, these all are the benefits of hypermesh. That's why we are using hypermesh in widely in the industry, okay, because it reduces time for the discretization process. Then it's a high performance with it improves to reduce the improve productivity. It improves productivity also. Then reduce redundancy and model development cost, right? So same thing over here. And high speed, high quality automation, right? This is the key points of hypermesh, right? It supports the numerous solvers, okay. Hypermesh supports, we learn over here. See, I will show once again. See here, this is the user profile, okay. This is the user profile. Whenever you are going to open the hypermesh software, this user profile pop up, okay. What it is? So hypermesh, for which solver we are going to use? So hypermesh gives radio support to the radios, OptiStruct, Accusol, Abacus, ANSYS, LSDyna, Nastran, Pamcrash, likewise. So this is the most important thing, that preprocessor supports to the solvers, okay. Got it? Yes, got it? Then please say yes. Understood? You can say you. Yes, Rajesh. Yes, thank you. Thanks for the replying. Yes, Jishan. So next benefit is a cost effective. Okay, if you are going for the pricing, right? So hypermesh cost is a much more cheaper than that of the others also. Okay, so pricing matters over here, because we are going to, if you are going for the customer, then at customer end we have to do the quality job in minimum price. So cost effectiveness is the most important thing over here, right? And solver specific user interface. If you are, I'm going for the changing any solver interface, if I'm selecting, see, if I'm selecting, I will once again revise in next slide, okay. What is the solver specific user interface? Understood, right? So next, what is hypermesh and what we have to learn in hypermesh, okay. So what is hypermesh? It's a software and we are using for the preprocessor, likewise. So what we are going to learn in this total session is introduction to hypermesh first. So we learn about that. Then creating geometric model, okay. So hypermesh gives us a few geometric commands, right? So that we can create a simple model, so that we can go for any kind of analysis, right? So geometric cleanup processes we have to do. Third step. Then next thing, 1D meshing, 2D meshing, 3D meshing, right? So one directional, one D meshing, one dimensional meshing, then two dimensional meshing, three dimensional meshing. If there are certain parts, then we have to go for the meshing according to the parts, right? So we will learn these things also. Next to that, we will learn about maintaining quality criteria at each time of machine, right? So quality criteria is the most important thing, because we are going for any buying the product, so we are checking the quality. So that likewise in CAE also there is a machine quality, right? So machine quality, how to maintain it, how to clear the all elements to the okay quality, we will check in this panel, right? So creating FEA model. So whatever the model I have shown over here, see, likewise, okay. So likewise model for meshing we can do in this thickness assignment. There is a most important task is thickness assignment. There is a variable thicknesses in plastics also, okay. So we have to go with the thickness assignment according to the variable thickness, right? So plastic meshing we learn, because plastic machine have some different kind of features, ribs over there for strengthening the parts. So we learn over plastic meshing over here. Then fast meshing techniques, because fast meshing technique is much more important for the interview purposes. If you are going to crack the interview, then you have to be focused on the part within 1 hour. Okay, within 1 hour you have to what to say, maximum amount of part you have to finish with the quality, right? And capturation also, feature capturation. Then some reflect rotate commands also there, right? So see, now today we will learn about the hypermesh window. Okay, so how hypermesh window look like? Okay, yes, please, is it visible to all of you? And whatever we learn, is it understandable? Okay, yes, please answer from your side. Use chat box. Okay, Rajesh says yes. Okay, thank you. So this is a hypermesh window, right? In hypermesh window, this is a title bar. So upper bar is a title bar on which we can have the which version we are using of hypermesh and for which solver we are using, right? So this is a title bar. Then next to that, it's a menu bar. So drop down menu bar. Then next is a toolbar. Okay, I will give briefly where we are going to work on this. We just know the GUI also, graphical user interface. Okay, toolbar. Then this is tab area. Okay, this is graphics area. Then next to that, main menu pages. These main menu pages is like a book reading. Okay, there are 7 chapters of hypermesh: geometry, 1D, 2D, 3D, analysis, tool, post. Okay, if these 7 chapters completed, then your hypermesh will be completed, right? It's like a book reading. So see, this is geometry. So in geometry section there are sub panels over here, right? These are called as main menus. Okay, main menu pages, these are the main menu. Here command window and status bar, in which command you are going to work over here. So in status bar you can go with this. Understood? Everybody understood whatever session we done up till now? Yes, please say yes. Understood? Yes, I want reply from your side. Yes, okay. Yes, thank you, Kiran. Thank you, Tejas, Chaitanya. Yes. Nivas, yes, thank you. So next thing, we can model subsystem level up to the full vehicle level. Okay. In hypermesh modeling also we can do in hypermesh in basic way, from subsystem level to full vehicle level meshing and modeling, right? Then next, the simple analysis from ball impact up to seating system or subsystem level regulations to the full vehicle frontal crash, otherwise full vehicle analysis. Okay, so all these models we can prepare inside this hypermesh. Understood? Okay, so ball impact, it's a ball impact on 2 mm thick plate up to the full vehicle crash. So up to full vehicle crash we can prepare model and meshing in hypermesh itself, right? So the basic thing preparation for CA interview, right? Why we are going for this meshing and all this task? Yes, so any interview questions regarding the CA, do you know? Every time meshing, got one question, right? Yes, anybody? So what is the CA interview technique, right? What is the CA interview technique? Yes, is it right or no, wrong? Short written testing or analysis and then interview. Is it okay? Say okay. Is it okay to all of you? Yes, Reddy says okay. Rajesh, okay. Yes. Other reply, I didn't get other reply. Rahul, yes. Jishan, yes. It means you are listening something. Yeah. Sachin, yes. Okay. If you are giving replies, that means you are interacting with me. Okay. Right. Because it's a session, online session. So I can connect with you by your replies only. Yes. Thank you, Mullah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of you for replying. So whenever you are going for any short written test, you must be prepare with your basics of your SOM, machine design, then whatever the subject we learn in engineering and MTech. Okay, so we have to we have to give this written test over here. Okay, in meshing and analysis test, we have to, there are two types of interviews depend upon meshing and analysis test. Only one part given to you, and for 1 hour or 2 hour you have a given time, so you have to do only meshing. Okay, that may be the plastic part, that may be the sheet metal part, and you have to assign thickness whatever the part you have completed over there. Okay, you have to capture the geometry as per the given criteria by the customer or by the interviewer. Okay, got it? So what you have to check, see here, anybody, if you are going for an interview, then you have to keep in mind these parameters you must follow. How much work completed within the allotted time? Okay, if you have given 1 hour, so how much work you have completed, you have to take care of that. Methodology, what is meant by methodology? If you are going for meshing a big part, then which portion you are going to select it, right? Then mesh flow pattern, then special mesh pattern at holes. If you are there are holes, then are you using washer over there or not? Then geometrical discontinuous at the joint. Okay, these all things you have to keep in mind. Then next, mesh quality, free edges, faces, normals. Okay, got it? So these are the things you have to keep in mind and go for an interview, right? So for that you have to learn the preprocessor thoroughly. Got it? Understood, everybody? If you are going for an interview or allotting these 5 points in your mind, then you can be selected for this interview, right? Understood? Yes, please. Yeah. Okay, next. Now today we will learn about few things in hypermesh. First class of hypermesh we will start, because by that time, till we have taken a lot of time over what is hypermesh, how to use in industry, and where we can go for the job interviews and all these things, right? So now we will prepare such a models, geometrical models, right? Okay, understood up to this? Shall I move towards hypermesh window? Yeah, shall I share my hypermesh window? Yes, say yes. Okay, thank you, thanks to all of you. So now I'll come up with the, see here, this is my hypermesh window, right? Is it visible to all of you? Yes, please. Yes, okay, thank you. So whatever we learn over there, so we will learn once again over here, right? This is title bar, right? This is title bar. So title bar, what it says, untitled title bar, hypermesh 2019, and we are using for the LS Dyna. Okay, solver using LS Dyna. This is drop down menu bar. Then next it is a toolbar. This is a toolbar. This is also toolbar. This is also toolbar. Okay, graphics area, upper tab area, lower tab area, main menu pages, main menus, right? Okay, so simple flow for hypermesh. Okay, for newcomer, I'll just keep in mind. So if you are going for any geometric task, if you are going for any geometric task, if you want to create a surface, if you want to create a solid or line, it's a geometrical part. So go to geometry. That's it. If you are going for the 1D meshing, go for 1D. 2D meshing, sheet metal meshing, go for 2D. If you are going for the volumetric parts, go for the 3D meshing. Then analysis. If you are going for any type of load application, constraint, and if you are going for any force or moment application, then go for the analysis. Right? Understood, everybody? Yes. Please, yes. Say yes. Then tools. What is tools? The tools says so. Whatever we have done meshing, if there are similar parts over there, so translate, rotate, reflect, these all commands we have to learn over here. Okay, in tools. What it will do? It will do to reduce your effort. Okay, it will minimize your effort on same part. You can translate, reflect, rotate, project. Understood? Yes. So post, these are for post processing. Okay. So today we will learn about the first chapter. Okay, the first chapter is geometry. Okay, got it? Say got it or not? Yes, I'm saying something. Then yes, yes. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Sachin. Yes, Rahul, Tejas. Yes, thanks for the replying. It means whatever I'm teaching to you, it's understandable, right? Thank you. Yeah, geometry. So let's see with the quick commands geometry and how to Parshuram, one thing over here. Can you import one geometry to explain? Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, Parshuram, I'll, but I don't have any IGS file right now in this PC. Okay, but I'll show how to import the geometry. Okay, for Parshuram, I'll give this. Yes, here import command, right? Here import. Otherwise, file import. And if you are going for any geometry import, then this is a geometry. If you are going for the model import, whatever the HM model you have, then import model. If you are going for the mesh import only, then go for the solver deck import. Understood? Yes. So geometry import, right? So you can go with here. You can choose the IGS file, and you can open over here. I don't have any CAD file right now, so likewise you can go proceed. Okay, so today we will learn about how to draw anything or geometry. Okay, got it? Yes. So geometry, how to create a node. From node we will learn up to the solid. Okay, how to create a node. So there are multiple options to create a node over here, right? So by using coordinate system you can create node. If you are going for here, so on surface, okay, on surface you can create node. So by on the lines you can node, and there are, if two nodes are there, in between these two nodes we can create multiple nodes. Okay, what is node first of all? Okay, so see here nodes. If I am going to create by XYZ coordinate system, create. Okay, and press F, fit to screen. Otherwise there is another option in toolbar. See here what it is. Yes, what is written over there? It's a fit model, right? Yes. So this is a node. Okay, if I'm going to draw a cube over here, so what I have to do? Something 50, create, fit to screen, right? Understood? Yes. Okay, now geometry lines. See here geometry. I am going with the geometry panel, right? I want to create a geometry of cube, suppose. So I am going for the geometry panel, and I'm going to prepare first node. From node I'm going to prepare a line. From line I'm going to prepare for the surface. Okay, and then solid, right? This is the path for creation of any geometry. This is the path for creation of any geometry. There are some shortcuts, but this is the classical path. Okay, you can create directly here cube, right? But these are the primitive shapes we can create. But if you want to go with the another shapes, then you have to go with this some with nodes, then prepare line, then prepare surface, then go to the solids. Right? Understood, everybody? Yes, please. Yes, understood. Yes, Rajesh says yes, Jishan yes, Tejas yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah. So anybody can answer me that why we are going for preparing geometry over here? Yes, why we are going to prepare a geometry? Is it necessary to prepare geometry or learn geometry in Hypermesh? Is it necessary? Yes. Say yes if necessary. Say no if not necessary. Yes, please. Fast, because we have a time constraint, right? Yes, Rahul says for simple models. Okay. Rajesh says to perform meshing. Okay. So for perform meshing, we have to go with the meshing tools. Okay. Sachin says necessary. Okay. Yes. Anybody else? Yes. Prashant Jagtap. Yes. Prashant says for simple model design modifications, it will be useful. Perfect. So any design modification, if you want to consider, then in that case, you are not going for the each time for CAD engineer to do necessary changes. You can go with your Hypermesh geometry section and you can create the model or reconstruct the model wherever required. Okay. Yes. If CAD model is there, then not required. Perfect answer. Then yes, maybe if needed during the geometry cleaning. Right. Rahul says, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the answer. These all answers are correct over here. Right. So next thing, geometry lines. So go with this also. You can select as node this node. So where whenever I am selecting this node, see here the coordinate system get changed as node this node. See, got it? So create. If I'm creating line over here, okay. If I'm creating line over here, then what will happen? If I'm going to this model here in model, okay. So component will get created. Got it? Before that, reject. If I'm rejecting the part in upper tab area, nothing will be there. If I'm going to create line, what will happen? See here, component get created auto one, right? So what is the purpose of this component? It contains meshing as well as geometry. See, line is a geometrical part. Now on the screen, there is no mesh. Understood? Yes, everybody. So next, if I want to change this color because it's not visible to me also. Okay, 1 minute. Yes, got it. Yeah. So this is a line. Okay. So I want to create a cube. Then what to do? See here, geometry. I'm go directly to the surface. See here, another command. There are few commands over here. I'll go one by one. See, this is a drag along vector. Okay. So if you are going for any CAD software, there is a extrude command, right? There is a extrude command. So likewise here, drag along vector. Click on this line, and in which direction you want to drag. If I want to drag in x-axis direction, so this will be the your x-axis and distance 50 mm drag. Got it? Understood? So see here, this is a surface. Got it? If I want to create a solid from this surface, I can go to the solid command, right? I can go to the solid command, and here also one option over here. What it is? It's a drag along vector. Same thing over here. Okay, I'm clicking on this. So select on surface, select on surface. So once again, for newcomers, okay, one thing I forgot, that how I'm using this mouse control. Okay, how I'm using this mouse control. Control. If you are pressing control, then only your mouse will work. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay. Then if you are pressing control, then left click, control left click, it will rotate. Control plus left click, it will rotate. Understood? Okay. Control plus left, it's a rotate command. Okay, if you are not if you are on to here also, there is a command, see, rotate. You can rotate from here also, but what will happen, in which direction you are rotating, you have to rotate with the axis only. Okay, next thing, control right click. Control right click, it's a pan. Control right click, it's a pan. Control rotate, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, zoom in, zoom out. Understood? And what happen if I am rotating such a part likewise, and I want the previous where I started, I forgot where I started, which axis I have used. Okay, for that purposes there are axis notifications over here. XY axis, XY axis in opposite direction, then XZ axis, XZ axis, YZ axis. I will go with the XY axis. See, okay, so you will get this. Understood, everybody? Say understood in chat box. Yes, please. Have you understood? Yes, thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So next thing, what I want to do, I want to create a solid, right? So how to create a solid? Same thing. If I am dragging something, it will convert into the further thing. Okay, what it is, what I'm saying, geometry. If I'm going to drag a node, okay, sorry, line. If I am going to drag a node, so what will happen? From node, it will create a line. If I am going to drag a surface, see here. If I'm going to drag a line, then it will create the surface. And same thing in solids also. If I'm going to drag along the vector surface, it will create a solid. So click over here, solids, right? In which direction? You have to select the direction perpendicular to this plane. Why? Because if you want to create a solid, then you have to select this Z direction. See, this is axis notification, X, Y, Z. So Z direction in positive direction or negative direction, whatever it may be. I'm creating this here 60 mm. Okay, this is a global axis. See here, normal to screen you can drag, normal parallel to screen you can drag, right? Understood? Yes. So see what happened. If I'm going for reject and drag minus, it will go reverse direction. Understood, everybody? Yes, please say yes. Yes. So what happened, each time we have a solid section, right? But if you want to put hole over there, what you have, same thing, geometry nodes. If I want to create a hole over here, Nivas says what happens to that surface? So surface get converted into the solid, right? We cannot drag parallel. Rajesh says, how can we drag in parallel direction? We cannot drag in parallel direction. If I am dragging this in parallel, what will happen? Is it converted into solid? No. We have to drag in perpendicular to this plane. Okay. Then only it will convert into the solid. Right? Understood? So next thing, what I want to do, I want to create a hole over here. Right? So here one option over there. What is this option? Arc center. Okay. Arc center. Click over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm selecting these 4 lines, these are closed. Okay. These are closed lines and create. What will happen? It happens centrally a node, right? Center node will happen over here. Okay. It will create a center node. The next thing, same, whatever we have a says algorithm. First of all, we have to create a node, then line, then surface, then solid. Understood? This is the perfect rule. Any kind of geometry, line. I want hole over here. So I am taking this circle and something radius of 5 mm or 10 mm, 5 mm radius is fine. Okay. And create. If I'm saying create, so that wants the plane. In this plane, I want to create a circle, right? In this, which plane is this? XZ plane. XZ plane, right? So I'm selecting here y-axis. If I'm clicking over y-axis, then it will select a XY, XZ plane, right? So create. See here. थोड़ा छोटा हो गया, बड़ा कर देंगे इसको, ठीक है? I will take here 10 mm, right? Create. Got it? Understood, everybody? Yes. Now 15 minutes to go. Yeah. Okay. So see here, geometry, surfaces. Now this is the surface. This is line. Okay. I want to convert it into surface. These are the options. Okay. So here another option, wherever the closed lines are there, you can select or convert it into the surface. What this option is, a filler or spline, right? Click on this. It want line. So I am selecting this line over here. Selected and create. Got it? Is it understood? Everybody? Yes, please say understood in chat box. Yeah. The same thing now we will repeat once again. Okay. Same thing we will repeat once again. Okay. Geometry, solids, surface getting selected. I want to drag this in here. In y-axis. Okay. Got it? Something 80 I'm taking and drag. See, reject, drag. I want to delete this geometry, solid edit, Boolean operation, solid edit Boolean operation. A, I'm taking this as a B, and A minus B, remove B from A, calculate. See, got it? Yes. See, yes. So next to that, yeah, we have created this solid. So this is the how we can go for any kind of meshings also, right? So 2D meshing, if you want to go with the 2D meshing, you can come up with this manual meshing command and automation command, right? Yes. So here we will stop for geometry. Now I will share this PPT over here. So this kind of solids we can generate. See, is it visible? PPT visible to you, all of you? Yes, please. PPT visible? Yes, please. Okay, thank you. So likewise, we can create some geometries. See here, these are the geometries we can create by using hypermesh. Okay, got it? So after that, we can learn in a next session for this how to set the quality criteria. Then next parameter files, how to set it, how to put a washer, what are the fast meshing commands. Then next, what are the basics of what to say of quality criteria. Okay, what is sizes, and we will learn about the definitions. Warpage, what is warpage, what is Jacobian, these all definitions we have to learn. Why we are going to mesh on mid surface. Okay, these all questions, whatever we are going to learn, whatever asked in interviews, okay, frequently we will learn over here. Then next thing, how not to mesh, how to mesh, these things we are learning in next session. Okay, so have you understood this session? Yes, got it? So how much of you here graduation, post-graduation, and working? Yes, can you please keep in chat box so that I'll get the crowd where people joining. Yes, Rajesh is joining. Yes, thank you. Yeah, working. Yes, Reddy. Yeah, working. Yeah, thank you. Yes, working. Yeah, MTech working. Yes, Tejas. Yes, Tanmay. Yes, thank you. So all are working, and sometimes it takes difficulty. Okay, yes, Sheikh. Yes, graduation, Jisan. Yeah. So for all of you, there is a opportunity in CA field. Okay, basically, and we are here. So today we will stop over here itself, and tomorrow we will take another lecture, right? At the same time that will be, and we will take the further section, right? Understood, everybody? Yes, please. I'll give a section to the. Hello, Nachiket sir. Yes, here.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. So today we have done with this section.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was there.
Any comment from your side, please?
No. So tomorrow, guys, thanks a lot for joining today. So if you wish to share, you have meeting invitation.
Yeah.
You can directly share this meeting with your friends, with your colleagues, and let them join for tomorrow's session. Because I made this as Facebook Live, this recording is already available on Facebook Eleno page,
Yes, sir.
Eleno Engineering Learning Center. You can watch this as a recording. And but tomorrow we will join at the same time, 7:30 p.m. Okay, and tomorrow we will be revealing the total course fees, what is the duration, how are we going to cover it, whether recordings will be available, all the question and answers will be tomorrow. So it will start with Hypermesh and it will end with all the understanding about the course content, course duration, and course fees. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Stay home, stay safe. We are also working from home. Make sure you are very safe at your own places. And tomorrow we will meet at the same time, 7:30 p.m. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for your active participation. Very well received. I'm really very happy. And ask your friends to join in tomorrow, especially the college going students. Make sure you are available tomorrow. Okay. See you. I'm ending this meeting.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, all of you.
You
Yeah.
are most welcome. Yeah. See you
Thanks,
guys.
sir. Thanks. Yeah.